stay. Hump day. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the daily. It's only fitting that it's Wednesday. We're going to do a video on some squatting here today. So this one could be for I guess anyone may be doing CrossFit strength conditioning at like a facility like this, like here or anywhere else, or maybe someone else that works out a regular gym and maybe has a lot of questions in regards to squatting, and maybe for the naysayers out there that think that squatting is going to be bad for your knees. Okay, the video is for you. Okay, so first part, maybe a lot of people ask why we're squatting maybe so low, or why we have to squat to depth, hips below the knees, below parallel. Okay, and the reason why is because we want to be able to achieve full range of motion and utilize our hamstrings, glutes as we squat down. We'll still be using the quads a little bit, but what we're trying to avoid is to unnecessarily load up the knee, specifically the patella and the patella tendon, okay? A lot of people get a lot of knee issues, and that could spread far to the meniscus and far beyond there from improper squatting, whether it be out of position or not to depth, okay? So from the side, a couple variations we see a lot with people being very, very quad dominant is squatting down, and as soon as they get past here, they end up going really forward and then coming into their toes and then having to come back up. So it's almost like a sweeping motion down and then back up that way as well. And this causes a lot of pressure on the knees here, okay? And visibly puts the weight in my toes, okay? So that will cause a lot of, like I said, knee pain, patella pain, especially in the tendon as well, and could over time lead to a lot of misuse of the knee and could lead to some injuries. So when we squat to depth, like I said, ideally we want to be able to stay back close to our heel. Now, it's not going to be completely in the heel. I know we always say weight in the heels, and that's just a cue we like to use to keep people back and not let them go into their toes. But ideally where I'd like to be is somewhere around this ankle area here, where it's not completely back in the heel 100%, but it's not going to be up here in the balls of the feet and the toes. It's going to be kind of mid-foot, but closer to the heel, okay? That's where I kind of want to hang out, okay? Now when I go, the first thing we'll do is that bracing sequence that we've done many times before, okay? So before I go, I'm going to squeeze my butt and set my pelvis nice and straight here so I'm not overextended. And I'm going to bring those ribs down, compress that stomach, and then from here, simultaneously as I sit, I'm going to push my knees out while continuously squeezing. And ideally, if I have the range of motion flexibility to do so, staying back in the heels close to sitting with my hip crease below my knees, okay? That's going to deload the pressure on the knees. We're going to be able to engage our hamstrings and glutes for the most part, and again, avoid that swing in towards the toes and let that weight come into the knees, okay? Hope that helps. Tag someone in the video that's maybe wondering about having questions about squatting, or maybe wondering why squatting to depth is important for you, especially for your knees, or somebody that thinks that squatting is bad for your knees in general, which it cannot and will not be, and especially will be better for you if you are able to, like I said, engage those leg muscles a lot more. So again, one more time, not letting that weight shift in the feet and go forward into the toes like this, but able to get better depth and stay sitting back nice and low, staying back in those heels, okay? Obviously, if you don't have that range of motion, if you are not as flexible yet, whether it be in the hips, glutes, hamstrings, maybe ankles, and it doesn't allow you to get that low, don't worry. We have plenty of people here that are still working on range of motion and mobility to allow them to squat to a certain depth, and we sure as hell make sure that we're in a good position even if we can't go as low. But ideally, I would like to avoid squatting to a position where I am even stopping right about here at about parallel or above and pushing back up, because again, even doing that without any weight does load up a lot of pressure on those knees, the patella, the tendon, all that stuff, okay? So try to avoid that one, okay? All right, guys, any questions on anything, on any types of form or lifts you guys want to see, let us know. Hit us up in the comments, send us a message, whatever you got to do. But thanks for watching again, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for Thursday.